What's up everybody, Jdalton here, two-time Olympic gymnast here to give you guys some tips. Yes, I am sitting in my living room, hence the title of the video, planche tips that you could do at home. I thought this would be a good video because I've done planche tips before, but that was in like a gymnastics gym. I could do it in a fitness gym, but I figured a lot of you guys may not have the time or the access to a gymnastics facility, so we could do some tips here at home. Will hopefully improve your guys' planche. Today I'm gonna go over 3 separate tips for you guys that you could do basically anywhere, in your living room, in your backyard, as long as you have a chair, a couch, something that you can put your feet on, and a floor. That's really all that you're gonna. For tip number 1, it's gonna be hand placement. There's a few different hand placements you can do for a planche. Now for someone like me, where I have bad wrist flexibility, I like the second option I'm gonna give you. But option number 1 is your hands facing forwards, like this. Your hands facing forward, your fingers are gonna be spread out, so you can actually use your hands and fingers as some balance. You can push back when you're leaning forward. And there's a few different reasons why people use their hands forward. One is you also use where your hand and your wrist connects. They will use that as a balancing point. Your hands connect through your wrists into your forearms. Obviously your wrists aren't gonna bend all the way back to your forearms, so that allows for some tension there to support you. That way you don't have to use maybe as much strength. You can use the tension in your wrist to help balance you along with your fingers. So basically you're leaning a lot more forward on your weight and you're using your hands and your wrists as a balancing point. The bad part about this is if you lean too far back, you're not gonna have any way to push forward. The momentum and the gravity will just pull you back, your feet will drop, and you'll come back down to the floor. So you have to make sure you're leaning far enough forward over your hands to keep that balance point over your wrists. So for the other option is your hands turned more sideways. Having your hands turned out sideways, instead of being forward like this, you're gonna turn your hands sideways. What this is gonna do is it will allow you to have more balance throughout your hands and your fingers. You're gonna be able to use kind of your thumb and your index finger pushing yourself back, and then you use your pinky and your ring finger to kind of help push forward. So you'll have a little more of an all-around balance in your fingers and your hands, allowing you to control a little bit more, not just so far one-sided, like having your hands facing forwards. It also is gonna allow you to use a little more of your chest. It engages your chest and your core in a planche, in any planche, no matter the way your hands are, but I believe having your hands sideways engages your chest a little bit more. I just feel, for me, this is a little bit of a more stable position. I like this position a lot better. Tip number 2, it's gonna be body position. A planche requires a lot of strength, not only in your upper body because you're holding yourself up, but in your core as well. So with this, you want to do good hollow rocks. I'll show you what a hollow rock is, and having a nice tight hollow rounded position in your body, squeezing your legs all the way through pointing your toes. And it sounds kind of funny, but the more you can use your body all in one, it will help you balance a lot better. Along with this, your core means your entire core. So doing side rocks. Side rocks are gonna be crucial and just kind of helping your obliques and your sides, the side of your core, to stay active and stay strong, so you're not gassing them out or being weak in your planche. Getting all of your core strong will help your planche tremendously. And now tip number 3, endurance. You wanna be doing static holds, but also rocks in these planche positions. So putting your feet elevated on a chair, on a couch, and holding this position straight out in a straight planche. You can straddle your legs, you can even tuck your legs and put your feet on the couch and hold this position as well. Now holding this for 30 seconds to a minute to a few minutes if you can, it's basically just gonna build up those muscles that you're gonna need for the planche, and it will give them a little bit more endurance. So you don't gas out after trying to hold it 2 to 3 seconds like 5 times. So the better your endurance in these static hold positions, the better your planche will be and the longer you'll be able to hold it eventually. Now the point of doing planche rocks, so getting into a good position, leaning forward and coming back. Leaning forward, coming back. The point of this is to help with balance and the muscle endurance in different positions. You're not always gonna do a planche in the perfect position every single time. You're gonna have to work with different levels, different angles, different balancing positions. Doing these rocks will help you gain the muscle endurance for those positions, and also you will start to understand where your balancing point is. If you're leaning too far forward, you're gonna have to push back. If you're falling with your feet down, you're gonna have to be able to lean forward. So these rocks will definitely help with not only the endurance and building up the muscle endurance, but just allowing you to find out where your balance point is for your planche. Now this can be applied to beginners, intermediate, people who are really good at planches. Obviously, once we got really good at planches, there's more advanced skills that you could do, like lowering down from a handstand to a planche and holding that, going into a planche, pressing up to a handstand. There's a ton of stuff that maybe eventually I'll make another video on that. But for now, this is basically for your basic beginners to intermediate skill level for your planche. Anyway, I hope these help you guys at least improve your planche, maybe help you learn a planche if you're trying to learn it. But either way, I just hope it helps you guys out. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. We'll keep these tips going. Comment down below and let me know where you guys are in your planche progression and what else you guys want to see or what tips you guys want to hear on the channel. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.